Yesterday, we shared an update on now 16-year-old Lizzie Bell. The Tucson teen was featured 2 years ago on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Lizzie has diamond black fan anemia, a rare blood condition that requires frequent transfusions. That means that Lizzie will eventually need a bone marrow donor to save her life. And it gets even more complicated than that. She needs what's referred to as a perfect match. You can help because finding out if your match is painless, fast, and free, and donating it isn't as scary as it sounds. A Tucson man did join the bone marrow registry during an annual drive at his high school and really didn't think much about it until 5 months later when he got the call saying he was a match. But that was just the beginning of his life-saving journey. When 22-year-old Greg Stanley got the phone call that his bone marrow stem cells could save someone's life, he didn't think twice about donating them.
The more I learned about it, the more I realized how amazing it was and how great of an opportunity and privilege it was for me to do this.
After a few more tests, Greg was given the green light to head to the Mayo Clinic in Scottsdale.
And then when I got up there, they were just able to hook me up to an IV and just take my blood out of one arm, filter it through a bag, and keep my stem cells in there, and then put my blood back in the other arm.
The entire process took about 5 hours. Greg says from start to finish, the donation process is a piece of cake. 1,800 miles away in Waterford, Wisconsin, there was a 47-year-old man with Hodgkin's lymphoma who was anxiously waiting for those stem cells. Steve Becker finally got the transplant he'd been waiting for and another chance at life. A year later, the two families were allowed to contact each other, and what started as a few emails blossomed into a lifelong friendship.
You know, when I finally saw the pictures of him, and I felt more of a connection with him after that. It was really great.
Sadly, just 6 months later, Steve passed away from lung failure. His family forever grateful for the extra time they had together.
Even though I never met him, it's still a very great feeling to know that I was able to extend someone's life.
And he may extend even more lives. Greg has since been a match for 3 other people, including a baby. But for one reason or another, doctors decided not to have those patients go through with the transplant. Lives that might otherwise be lost without people like Greg, who 5 years ago was willing to join that registry.
I think people are becoming more educated about it and less afraid of it too.
Greg and his family are part of a growing push to get more people to become part of the National Bone Marrow Registry. There is a drive tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the U of A Bear Down Gym. And if you can't make it to that one, there will also be a drive at South Point Catholic High School later this month. We will keep you posted on that.
And as far as the cost, like if someone joins the registry and they get that call that says, hey, you're a match for someone, is there a fee associated with that?
Does not cost them a cent. In fact, Greg said he was actually treated like a king up at the Mayo Clinic. And by the way, donors are not paid. It's all voluntary. So just so you know.
A gift that, keeps on giving, paying it forward.
And you're rewarded in other ways, of course.
Absolutely.